How important is the average true range period in breakout trading? Let me explain in this video. Hi, my name is Tomas, also known as the Mr. Breakout. I'm a breakout trading specialist and an internationally recognized trading author. I've traveled the world trading breakout strategies, and on this channel I will teach you my own way of finding the right trading opportunities and making real money with breakout trading. Hello, breakout trading masters, specialists and fans, welcome back. We're going to talk about a pretty specific but quite important topic in this video, and that is the indicator average true range and its period. I just call it ATR, average true range, right? So ATR is the very essence of breakout trading. Why? Because if you studied breakout trading on this channel a little bit already, you know that a good breakout is just a construction of point of initiation. That's something where we're starting. That's like the starting point from which we're calculating the potential breakout. For example, yesterday's close or today's opens, whatever you want. Then we have some time, so we mostly restrict our trades within some reasonable time period. I also call this canvassing. Again, I talk a lot about canvassing on this channel, so make sure watch some older videos. But then the most important, we have the space. And the space is actually the calculation of the level of the breakout, right? Like that's the space. And this space is calculated as a specific ATR, average true range indicator, which is a measurement of volatility, right? Like ATR measures volatility, and the space is multiplier of that volatility. So for example, we can take yesterday's close and say, hey, we will add 2 times of average volatility, average true range. And when that is met, when we go through that threshold, we will get into a long or short position. That's the essence of breakout trading, nothing complicated. Again, you can get more about this formula completely for free on the link below. Just download the free material. Or if you're really serious to make serious money in breakout trading, don't forget to get this life-changing, profoundly life-changing book, which will teach you everything about breakout trading so you can implement it really well without mistakes and start making money in real breakout trading as fast as possible. Now, let's talk about the ATR period. There's a lot of confusion. A lot of traders ask me, should I actually optimize the period? What should be the period? What should be the optimization range? And that's what we're going to explore today. That's a quite important topic. So let me actually, sorry, that's a wrong image. And by the way, that's the same link below. You can download. Sorry, it just I'm having, just for you to understand, guy. Okay, I'm having. Oh, sorry, I cannot even show you. I have this small box, and I'm switching between different visuals because I'm one person, so I need to have this proper workflow, and sometimes I press a wrong button. So let me now get back to what I wanted. Yeah, this is the right button. Okay, so let's start here. So what we do here, we just have data here of E-mini S&P, hourly data of the E-mini S&P market. It's last 18 years. And now, okay, I just told you what the breakout formula is. So we can take an end of the day close as the point of initiation. We can take, so the end of the day would be 3 or 4 p.m. Let's set 4 p.m. And that's this yellow chart line, okay? And now we have this multiplier. We have ATR with period 14, and we have multiplier, like multiplier 2. And when this and these bands, the green and red, this is where the breakout should occur, right? This is like when we penetrate this band, we go long or short. So these are the breakout levels. So you can see, for example, short, we would get in here to the short position and made some nice money hopefully on this short move, okay? So nothing fancy. Now the question is which period we should use, okay? That's what we're talking about in this episode, which period. And I'm going to show you something, guys. Have a look. You know what? Have a look what happens if I start changing the period. Can you see? Like, watch it, guys, watch it. What did you see? It's subtle. It's very subtle. There's almost no difference. Even if we zoom out a little bit, have a look, right? Like, now we're modeling this Mr. Breakout's formula, and as you can see, it's subtle. The change of the bands is very, very subtle. What is this telling us? Well, it's telling us probably it's not so important, right? Like, it's making subtle changes, not big changes. What are not subtle changes? Let me show you. So for example, if as point of initiation, if we use moving average, okay? And now we change the period of moving average. That's the ATR here. Have a look. If I'm changing the period of moving average, everything is moving. Like, it's not subtle at all. It's crazy. Like, we have completely different entries. Everything is changing. Whereas when we're changing just the ATR period, it's so subtle that it almost seems not to make a difference. And that's most time than not the case. But again, we're doing this properly. We always want to see proof. We want to do this as professionals, as breakout trading professionals. So let's do this properly. Let me get to a better module where I'll show you visually. Now it's a little bit lagging. Okay, I hope you can see me. Meanwhile, don't forget, I'm running analysis like this every single week. Every single week I'm analyzing, showing you where the money are, how to make powerful breakout trading strategies, what are the best opportunities, markets, filters. So don't forget to subscribe, because you will learn how to make real money in breakout trading from me. Just subscribe, and let me now get back to our example. So let's now get back to a different module, and let's have a look at an actual example. So last week, okay, let me remind these guys. Last week I showed you a video where about where are literally free money in E-mini S&P 500. Okay, watch that video from the last week. We went through it step by step, A to Z. I showed you how to do an analysis and found literally free money in E-mini S&P market. And what we found was a very simple short opportunity when we enter between 9 to 10 a.m. only. Again, watch that previous video to understand why. The end of day close, the point of initiation is the end of day close at 4 p.m. And the multiplier we set 3. We set multiplier 3, okay? And then we had only 1 bar exit, okay? This was 1 bar strategy, only 1 hour in position maximum. So 1 bar strategy, very simple. Again, watch the previous video. Everything built on this Mr. Breakout's formula, step by step. So very educational video. And now this was the edge we found in the last episode together. So again, watch it. And now a very quick shout out to our sponsor, BreakoutOS. In the new era of AI, everything you know about building trading strategies has changed completely. Old generalist principles no longer work, and that's why BreakoutOS is a complete game changer. It is a highly specialized no-code platform built for the AI revolution. It's the choice of true breakout trading professionals, from leading retail traders to hedge funds managers. This will fundamentally transform your workflow and change your trading forever. See the paradigm shift for yourself and sign up for a completely free walkthrough at www.breakoutos.com. And the edge, it's a pretty powerful edge, okay? And we saw that especially last 3 years, it's literally printing free money. Okay, very, very good, very strong edge in markets. Now, I think this edge is fantastic to see now how change of the ATR period would change the outcome of this edge, and whether the outcome will be still quite settled or if it will be profound. And you probably know what the answer will be. So what we can do this actually in real time. All we need to do is, again, change the ATR period and see how the outcome, the equity curve, the strategy output would change. So let's move to 20, okay? And normally this is nearly real time. Now it's a little bit slower because I'm recording, so it's taking a lot of resources. And we do see some change, but it's not like a completely life-changing, okay? Have a look. If we go 10, the edge is still there. It's similar. Yeah, there can be a little bit more noise. There can be a little bit there or that. But it's not a major, right? Like a major is if we change the time of the end of day, okay, that's major. If we change it to 2, have a look. Now it's way more zigzag. If we change it to 3 o'clock, let's see what happens. Okay, this is not such a big change, but for example, if we change the time, okay, it's a little bit less of a change than I expected, but if we change the time, okay, even changing the time, you see, that's not a subtle change anymore. That's quite a profound change. Whereas again, when we're changing the ATR, let's go to 40, there is some change, and with some high levels, it can be a little bit more than not. But overall, out of all the other parameters, this is not as major, okay? It really is not. It might look, but it's not. If I change the multiplier, if I change it to 5, let's have a look. Completely different. If I change it to 0.25, completely different. If I change to 2, okay, completely different. So the point is, the ATR is not overly sensitive. It can be in certain cases, it can be with some strategies and edges. And in filters, it can be a little bit more than with point of initiation. So we need to be more careful with filters. And I'm talking more about ATR in the context of point of initiation here in this case. But overall, for the point of initiation, we do not need, you know, like nitty gritty overfitting, that would be overfitting actually, optimization. The steps can be quite brutal. I'm testing 5 here. You see plenty, absolutely doable. Definitely, I would not optimize for 1 or 2. That's a suicide. That's overfitting square 2. But what we actually do in our hedge fund, we rather than optimizing, we just have a set, okay? So you can, rather than optimizing, have a set, like have one set with 15 maybe, okay? That's kind of close to the 14, that's a standard. Maybe one set with 25, okay? That's what I usually like, and one set with something about 40, okay? Now, if you want to be more adventurous, you can try some extremes like 10, but for me, I think it's too low, but you can try, and 60, okay? But what you basically want to do, you don't want to go this overfitting, nitty-gritty, step 1. Sorry guys, this is what a lot of amateurs do, like they're over-optimizing and overfitting like crazy. And then their strategy since live trading is like, blah, you know, they're losing money, they're not doing this properly. So if you just start with 14 or 15, 25, 40, these are my favorites with these 3, and you just test them even as a switches, different switches, that should do the job. You saw it's not overly sensitive. We don't need to fine-tune this to each small level that much. Anyway, so I hope you like this one. Again, let me remind you, this is the book where you can learn about how to build powerful breakout strategies which actually do work. This works, guys. I promise this works. Here you can have also some free material, of course not as good as the book. You should be willing to invest a little bit of money into the book, but still does deliver some introduction. But mostly you get all the great tips and advices and strategies and know-how from me. Almost, well, 15, soon it will be 20 years breakout trading specialization completely for free here. So don't forget to subscribe. And mostly if you do like content like this, I need to know, and how I do know from your feedback, that you give it a like. So if you give me a like, it means, oh, they like this content, they want more of it. So I'm going to do what? Deliver more of the content like this. So like, subscribe, so I know you want more. And that's it. Happy breakout trading. See you next week. This is every week show. See you next week.
All you need are breakouts. Set your